Welcome, WNBA fans. So I'm covering the game Friday night between the Dallas Wings and the Connecticut Sun, both two-win teams. So someone was going to get a win, and it was a battle. I mean, the whole way it was really close. Dallas ended up coming away with a win, 86-83. The first quarter, Dallas outscored them 21-15. Then Connecticut came back in the second, outscored them 25-21. The third was really close, 23-24. And then Dallas just got one more hoop. They got 21-19 in the fourth quarter. Dallas was making a lot of turnovers, relatively a lot of turnovers in the first, but Connecticut just couldn't capitalize. Dallas had 6 turnovers in the first quarter, and they still won the quarter. Like, Connecticut was just, they were hustling. They were, their effort is there, but there's something just not clicking. They're not making baskets they should be making, for the most part. Sanaya Rivers was hustling all over the place. She had a good game, but they've got to find some sort of mix. I mean, Connecticut was going to Tina Charles, which was working for them for the most part. But you can't go to her the whole game, and they needed other people to contribute. But when they did go to her, she made most of her shots. I haven't looked at her shooting percentage yet, but I'll bet it was probably pretty high. They just had too many. Connecticut had too many misses. Paige Beckers was shooting great for Dallas. She has a pretty shot, and I watched her. I'm from Connecticut, and I watched her back at UConn, and she takes what the defense gives her. She doesn't force things I would venture to say 95% of the time, and she just takes what the defense gives her. She doesn't force stuff. If she'll drive the lane, but she just easily pull up for a 10-foot jumper instead of trying to force it all the way to the hoop. And that's something very mature, and probably why she was the #1 draft pick. But later in the game, as much as Connecticut was hustling, but later in the game, Dallas was getting all the loose balls. Connecticut wasn't getting rebounds. You'd have a shot go up, and then it'd go right back to Dallas. A loose ball, go right back to Dallas. Let's see here. Who did? Noah boards. That was part of my notes. But it was a 3-point game with 2:30 left, and then Enrique hit a 3. That put him up by 6, and then and then Connecticut tried to get it back, but they just couldn't. They were right there, but just I don't know. I'm feeling bad for Connecticut. They have good players. Morrow came in the second half. She played really well in the second half. She was part of the 5 that, got them, kept them close. But they just couldn't. When they needed a hoop, they couldn't get it. They just couldn't get it. And anyway, but congratulations to Dallas. They played both teams actually played pretty well. I think, let's see, Dallas ended up with, 13 turnovers. Something like that. I'll look that up. But, for Connecticut, Sanaya Rivers had 8 points, but she was hustling all over the place. It wasn't so much her shooting, but she was just, she was hustling. Tina Charles, 8 for 17. So she shot 50%. 26 points. Mabry wasn't, she was 2 for 10 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. That's going to hurt Connecticut. They need her to make those. She was 3 for 4 from the foul line, 8 points. J.C. Sheldon was 100% from the field. She was 4 for 4, 2 for 2 from 3. She has a really nice 3-point shot. She had 10 points. Not enough shooting, though. And then Nelson Adota, she had a height advantage, but 6 points. Just not getting in there enough. She only took 5 shots. Anissa Morrow, mostly in the second half, she played 19 minutes. She had 10 points. She was 3 for 6. A lot of stuff under the basket for her. Bria Hartley, 7 points. She was 1 for 6 from the field. Sometimes she dribbles too much. She's a good point guard, but sometimes she'll dribble way too much to get in there, and then she doesn't have a pass. She'd be much better off. Like right at the end of the game was a testament to that. She had gotten a steal and she was going down, and I think it was Morrow on her right. And she, instead of just passing her the ball, get the defense to come to you and then pass, she forced it too far in and ended up getting they ended up stealing the ball from her. And it was, it was open on the side. Just pass the ball a little sooner. But that was kind of their, that was their MO. Just missed opportunities, because they were right there. This game could have went either way. Either way. Okay, so Isaiah James, very nice game. She was 5 for 7 from the field. She was 7 for 8 from the free throw line. 17 points. Good game. Good game for her. Melissa Smith, she also had a good game. She was in on there on the board. She had 7 rebounds. Hines Allen had 6. Melissa Smith was 5 for 9. She had 12 points. So good for her. Paige Beckers had 21. She had 7 assists. Good game for her. She shot 43%, 7 for 16. That's a nice night. And then Dallas had picked up Leah Yaru. She had 11 points. She contributed that. And then Kalia Charles had 9 points, and Carrington had 5. So good game for Dallas. I mean, Haley Jones got in there. They just picked her up. Quinterly was in there for a bit. She didn't shoot at all. So anyway, good game, Dallas. And, Connecticut's just got to they got to figure something out. They got to just stop making mistakes and missing opportunities. And they'd have more wins. I mean, because they're right there. It's like Washington. That's the next game I'm going to cover. Washington, oh my God, that game. But, so that's it for this game. We'll go on to the next one, and everyone have a good day.